to turn your camera on tonight? Is she dancing? I am, but I don't have the video on yet. I promise I won't turn the video on until your wife is done dancing around the living room. She's so happy. That's the
Here's the thing. It's weird that my favorite, like, the best part about Usher's performance has been all of the things that weren't Usher so far. Like, this has been a really great Super Bowl performance, and I liked the not Usher parts.
Well, Alicia Keys is amazing anyway.
Alicia Keys, this lady with the guitar.
Yeah, she's good, man. Who is that, Bethany? Oh, they're just dancers.
what do you mean? What do you mean, just dancers?
I didn't know if they were like famous singers. They're pretty athletic. That's Lil Jon.
All right. The D&D crew is really
in love.
really having a good time watching the halftime show.
I mean, I did a lot of dancing and grinding to this music in college.
Yeah. This is a classic. This is like, oh my God. There it is. Yeah, it's coming on.
Yeah. What?
Oh my god. This
That's
might
what I'll
be
dance to.
this might be more entertaining than the actual Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna turn my camera on.
Why are you turning? I'm vulnerable right now. I feel very exposed.
Turned down for what?
I like the fact that even Usher's jacket has abs.
Wait, I came home to play D&D, so now I'm in a place with no TV. Turn it so that I can see the show.
Okay.
It's not just that his shirt
What?
has abs. It's that also his jacket.
Yeah,
has
his
abs.
jacket also has abs. Yeah, it's pretty
It's
cool.
amazing.
It looks like body armor.
It's the coveted triple ab.
Look at Little John. Little John looks fantastic. Okay.
Luna.
Oh, he's
The football game is significantly less important than the halftime show. Everyone,
I think you're ahead of me, Kyle.
I might be. I'm on that Google TV.
I'm on Paramount Plus.
You're authentically enjoying this halftime show.
That's Luda. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. While you're getting down.
Well, if you guys are all watching this, I'm going to the bathroom.
All right, go ahead. Go to the bathroom. We need to do the recap. And we don't have Ezra tonight to do the recap with, and a lot of stuff happened last game.
I'll do the recap. So he came out.
Hold on.
It was like a very standard, like sequin outfit.
Oh, you're doing the Usher recap? Okay, go ahead.
And it was more of like his club hits in the beginning, and then he worked his way back through the classics. The real transition was the Alicia Keys.
Usher's tired out. He's fucking tired.
He's so tired. I
Oh,
think
he's
he's
tired,
actually
dude.
been singing most of this time. Because he went
Yeah.
flat a bunch of times, and I was like, yo, my boy is actually,
He looks very tired.
he's so gassed.
Mm. This is what it's like to be a GM in real life. You want to play Dungeons and Dragons, but your squad wants to watch the halftime show before you start. Just so all you students out there
That was
know.
a good halftime show.
I liked it.
It
Okay,
was good. It was good.
1 to 10 halftime show review score. Starting with Dirk,
7.8.
7.8. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Well, I mean, if we're going with like Prince is a 10, right? Like, it was definitely not Prince in the rain at the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely wasn't U2 either. U2 being like a 3. And I think that his energy, the fact that he was clearly actually singing, that Ludacris was there, and rapping epically to my childhood, or rather, young adulthood. It brought me back. Also, Alicia Keys is also going to give you a 1.3 point bump, no matter when she shows up or what she does.
Okay, this is too much elaboration. I don't care that much.
I elaborated. You said elaborate. This is what elaboration is.
I'm just kidding. It's good. That's good. That's a good that's a good description. All right, Zake, what do you give the halftime show? 1 to 10.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 7.5. My wife gave it an 8.
Nice.
It was good.
Okay. So, do you guys have Ezra's incredible notes that you can scan and review so that we can recap what happened last session? And also, before we begin, I want to make sure that you all have access to the stuff that you need for this game, which will include your character sheets, obviously, and dice to roll, obviously, but also probably, maybe not as obviously, maybe like some sort of like space or time to think about some things, because we're gonna do something different this session. The characters, and I imagine you as the players, have been under kind of a lot of high stress the past like 5 or 6 sessions. And as a result, I've tuned up something a little bit different for this evening for you to enjoy. We'll call it the Super Bowl special, if you will. Oh my goodness, we have an Ezra all the way from California. Is that correct?
All right, how much trouble are you guys in?
He's just here to do the recap.
Is that what you're here for? Here to do the recap?
Guys, I can hear Usher from where I'm standing.
Oh my god.
Wild.
Me too, but I have a television, so.
Guys, look at that
A little bit
crew.
different.
Look at this crew here. Look at this. Look at this. This is a crew of people watching the stream right now. You guys see that?
No,
I did.
can't
In the
really
general
see
channel.
anything.
Yeah, right. General channel.
Way to
Who
go,
are
you
those
guys.
people?
How many?
It's about
They all-
400.
They all your students, Zoras.
Wow.
Some of them are. All right.
Is that person watching on a Nintendo Switch? What is that? Is that a GameCube? What is that happening?
It looks like a Steam Deck.
Oh,
Pretty
it is. Look at that. Wait, is there multiple screens going right now? Is this multiple screen?
I've never been steamed before. This is really important for me in terms of my personal development.
Please don't ever say I've been steamed again. This is a family channel. We're gonna keep it PG-13.
Yes.
Is it though? Is it a family channel? Is
It's a
it
family
though?
channel. Thirdly, Steamed? Getting steamed? I feel like I'm allowed to say that. You made it weird. I didn't make it weird.
I had a
Remember, Dirk does breathe fire. If he breathes
That's
fire
true.
and drinks water at the same
Yeah.
time,
I just meant steamed like a dumpling.
steamed like a dumpling, which is the most common phrase, I believe.
That
How you
that
doing?
makes
Oh,
it, that
steamed
makes
like a
it less-
dumpling.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it way less weird. It's totally not a euphemism when you say steamed like a dumpling.
Can we bring that into the popular lexicon?
I've already done.
What?
Yeah.
So when you say steamed like a dumpling, just so we can make this official, is that a positive? What kind of an emotional space is steamed like a dumpling?
It means transmitted through a digital interface as a dumpling.
As all right,
The way a dumpling might be.
Like in a good way?
yeah,
But
like
in a
right,
good way.
in a good way. Okay, all right. So Ezra, you can hear Usher from where you are, but can you hear us?
Yeah, just standing at the luggage slaughterhouse waiting for my luggage.
Those were
Nice.
not words. I know what words are, and those were not them.
He's at the luggage carousel waiting for his luggage at the airport.
How do you speak Esperanto?
I do a little bit.
Oh.
Sorry, it's a little loud in here.
All right. Who is going to volunteer to do the recap?
I will verbatim read the notes.
Oh boy, this should be interesting.
It's good because there's lots of caps in the notes.
There's
so
lots
I
of
get
what?
to, there's all like a lot of all caps in the notes. So I get to scream them.
Okay. Here we go.
So it starts again, comma. Fina and Malgola are two queens. They're twins. All right. Zerwin Grumbleforge, Helginda Grumbleforge, on to Thina. Okay, so there's a council meeting with the dwarves. We go to the council meeting. Harmek, who is a very old dwarf dude, he's the first one that we talk to. He's the tie-breaking vote. He's, ornery, but also cordial. And let's see. There's a thing, there's a vote. It gets contentious because one of the sisters doesn't want to help us and the other does. And the one that doesn't want to help us, she seems to be like in charge of the terms of the agreement. So, anyways, we get 500 troops and a dozen clerics from the dwarves. And then we're told to see Dorna to update her on these things. Okay. Ezra and Zerwin went to Harmek and asked about the dwarven history. Kigan Flatmaul was a great hero, slew a great black dragon, etc. Etc. is a very important part of this. And then Dalamuk Angry Hammer. Most of this recap is names. It was a defender, and Mabrotum Grimacer. Those are people who helped. Anyway, then it says everyone does some drinking. Oh, we went to Dorna. She and Steelbird were probably lovers. She's shocked to hear of his death. And then we reunite Dorna and Steelbeard because we can summon Steelbird with the crown, or Zerwin can. And then it says we're calling the fucking cousins, folks. And I think that means that we get the cousins, who are a bunch of dwarven vagabonds, warriors, and drinkers, to participate and assist us. So we have 500 dwarven soldiers with 12 clerics, 60 wonder guards, and then 62 BLE elven commandos. So those are the other ones, and 3 mages.
The Black Locust Eaters.
Black Locust BLE.
Did we get a number of the cousins? We didn't, right? Like we don't even know if the bar is just the only cousins we're gonna get. So okay,
They're mostly first cousins.
There's a couple important things that you kind of missed, not you, but the notes missed there. You might
well,
want to plug
yeah.
these in.
Well, Dirk got punched as soon as we walked in. He asked for it
Okay,
and took a bunch of damage.
I didn't necessarily ask for
You
it.
literally
you asked
asked
for
for it.
Okay. Maybe
exactly what-
correctly I asked for it, but not necessarily is what I mean.
Wait, that was pretty good, and I did enjoy that. But there was also a conversation with a goddess.
Yeah.
That should probably go in the notes. I'm just gonna throw that out there. When you speak to the divine, you might want to make notes about that. Just gonna throw it out there. Geldis, you remember what the
it's in the
conversation was like?
Didn't want to metagame. We weren't all in that conversation.
Isn't the note taker supposed to be omniscient though?
Oh, that's very true.
it's in the
Where-
notes. Kyle just
Where did it said?
The-
Oh, Kyle
yeah,
just skipped
no.
it.
Galadis talks to
Yeah.
Lunatari. She wants him to be more proactive against the rogue demon and devil. The threat to the balance is severe threat. So that's like an orange on the fire scale. She said out of whack. Rhymeroth has to be killed. And Dorna knows where Hitherth is. We figured that out. And then Malgola will give us as little as possible. Use the ogres to help build shields around the town. And find a way to nullify Rhymeroth's magics and if time allows, seek help in the south.
And I'm so good at not metagaming, I don't even remember any of that happening.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw out the note taker definitely is omniscient, but the notes are not.
All right, fair enough.
Wow.
Okay.
True.
All right, so you did go to the brewery. You did speak with Dorna. And the last thing I believe the last thing that happened was that Dorna flipped her table, right? Uncovered a huge stash of weapons and armors, pulled out this mace, jumped on top of the bar, and stood up and raised the mace and screamed, "The cousins are going to war to avenge Steelbeard," right? And that's where you left off, standing in this bar, which is a brew pub, right? Full of dwarves. Oh, the dwarven crown is on. Are you sure the dwarven crown is on, Sirwin? Because you have it on right now.
Yeah, I had it on when we stopped because I still had Steelbeard.
Okay. Um, very good. Points for props. And that's the sort of moment you left off. The response to Dorna standing up and screaming that the cousins are going to go to war to avenge Steelbeard is a raging torrent of dwarven aggression and also bliss, maybe.
It smells kind of bad, doesn't it? It smells.
It smells amazing in here,
Oh,
like
no, it doesn't. I know it doesn't. I know that
like
you're
body
lying.
odor and beer.
Oh, that's.
hmm
Ugh.
It smells like Binghamton University. What?
Oh gosh.
Oh no!
Binghamton rejoicing.
Wow!
Is what it smells like.
Smells like the Belmar.
Oh no! Oh gosh, those are a bunch of low blows. Oh, that hurt. Okay.
Does it hurt because it's true, or does it hurt because
No, it hurts 'cause
that's
it's
the
true.
one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the pressure point. Yeah, the cousins, right? This bar full of the people called the cousins is ecstatic. And it takes a good, couple of minutes for the screaming to die down. And people are sort of like, oh shit, like we gotta fucking get ready to go to war, right? Um, and so, after everyone like pounds their last drink and sort of like looks around, grabs their stuff, and slaps some shoulders, they start filing out. And with a some promises of encouragement and sort of hearty yes, like a lot of those, right? They're excited. Um, uh, Dorna, after the crowd sort of dwindles down to just a few, invites you back into her office. I'd like you to meet with the captains if you could.
course.
Excellent. The table, which is, sort of been tossed off to the side of the room, is gone, but she brings in a bunch of stools for everyone to sit on. Accompanying her are several dwarves. You see the bartender. She introduces him as Furbeck Coldstone. This is her brother. He's got his beard is shot through with gray, but he still has some black in there as well. He's very friendly. He shakes all your hands. He's got a big smile. He's very likable. You like him almost immediately. The other bartender, which was the young female, he introduces his daughter, whose name is Berta. And Berta Coldstone. She's much quieter, maybe a little nerdy. Thanks for the follow. Yay. Maybe a little nerdy. And then the next person that files in is a very quiet, sort of more on the thin side of a dwarf. He's got brown hair and brown eyes. Looks kind of nondescript in most other ways. To introduce him as Willie Bloodfang. He's the head of their scouts. And then the bouncer that was at the door, the giant guy with the tattoos and the red mohawk. that he's introduced as Harg Jawbreaker, known as the Madman. That's Harg, Harg Jawbreaker.
I say jawbreaker. Not quite.
Yeah, you really want to say that to him? Because he's like, you want another one then?
I mean, no.
That's what I thought. Next up is a
Just saying.
sort of like more slender dwarf. She looks like she's in middle age. She's introduced as Rose, just Rose. She's gonna have like a more of a sharply defined features. Maybe a little less tall than some of the other ones. And then the tallest dwarf in the room, who is Zerwin's height. A very dark-eyed, dark-haired, tight-lipped, stern-faced man who they call Corbin. Render Renz. Render is his nickname. His name is Corbin Renz. He's got a sort of a wider nose and a longer face. He's wearing a hat at the moment, which is different. Not a lot of them are wearing any sort of headgear. There's more. These are just the captains. Then there is Teely. This is a young, real big smile, real brash. Looks like he's in his 20s ish. And his twin Cariel. And then Valden Strange Eye, who is a real short, sort of stumpy guy, who's probably in his 30s ish. And then finally Lisa Halfhead. And Lisa Halfhead does, like, she has a helmet on and like a thing over part of her face. It's like a steel sort of plate over part of her face. All right, and that's all of them. Okay, so just to give you, it looks like someone's writing them down. Good job, Zerwin. So that's Dorna, right? You've got Furbeck, Berta, Willie, Madman, Rose, Render, Teely, Cario, Valden, and Lisa. And those are the captains of the cousins. And all of you can now make perception checks. And I will read out the perception checks as I see them.
Someone roll for
I see an 11, a 14, a 19, a 21 for Zerwin. Those are all excellent rolls. And Dirk is going to roll a 23. Damn.
I perceive shit.
Yeah. Okay, Jana and Zerwin, when the captains file in, you notice that all of them are just really distinct looking in their appearance. None of them seem to be average-looking dwarves, whatever that means to you. They all have slightly different builds or slightly different heights. There's something off about each one of them. And Dirk, being extra perceptive, now that you like review in your head the entire bar as it stood a little while ago, every single dwarf in there seemed to be a little bit different somehow. And the other thing, because you got such a good roll, is that you definitely notice that the guy who's wearing a hat that's Render, he looks like he's wearing a hat because he's possibly hiding something under it that's on his head.
Are there any cats in the room?
No, there's no cats in the room.
And my necklace isn't glowing, right?
Nope, not at all.
If I lean over to Gelidus, will anybody notice?
Probably they're all watching you.
I just do it very slowly.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's really conspicuous.
Okay, I don't say anything.
Dorna, once everyone is sort of seated in chairs, Dorna speaks up. I would like to introduce formally the captains of the cousins. Each of them has their own roles, and we are a family, and we are a tight-knit family, and we rely on each other, and we trust each other implicitly. Asking my family to go to war with you is a big deal, and I would very much like it if you could return this evening to participate in our pre-battle rituals.
I love pre-battle rituals. I will definitely.
Can we ask what the rituals are?
They're not
It's rude.
they're not a big deal. They're not blood sacrifice or anything. They are just they're sort of bonding rituals, sort of like games almost.
Should we bring clothes, or is that optional?
I would prefer you to wear the clothes you have on now.
Is there anything you need us to bring?
No, just I need the cousins to see you just being, people, and they need to see it. In the meantime, if you have any questions directly for the captains, I'll let you ask them. But just to give you a quick sense of things, Willie is the head of our scouts, and Render is the head of the rank and file. But everyone here has a job within our organization, and we are an organization. And what we do is we take care of those who the rest of Thorbarden won't take care of. This is the greatest dwarven city in Kryn, but that does not mean it's flawless. There are people here who are outcasts for one reason or another, and that's who the cousins takes in. And that's why I'm here, and that's why Steelbeard was here. For most of us, it's because one of our parents wasn't a dwarf, or perhaps was of impure blood. While a lot of dwarves don't necessarily care, a lot of the more upper crust or elite dwarves do. And they can make it difficult for people. And so the cousins are here to make it less difficult. For instance, my father was a half-elf.
Do you want to kill Rhymeroth?
Oh, we're going to avenge Steelbeard.
Cool. Yeah. No, then that's. You passed my test.
You do have one problem, though. How are you going to get from here to Wonder with 500 dwarves plus the cousins?
We have magical gates.
Where?
In the graveyard.
In the graveyard where?
Here in Thorbarden, there's an old ogre ruin. in the. It's a graveyard, right? Is that what they would call it?
Yeah, specifically, it's in one of the not tombs, but
Mausoleums.
yeah.
It's in one of the mausoleums. We have a friend there, an ogre friend, who is ready to open a portal. That's how we got here so fast.
Your ancestors called upon us, and we were able to. That's how we were able to open the portal there.
Dorna looks around at some of the other captains, and they're all shaking their head. She says, "Look, we'll go through the mausoleum fine, but you'll never get 500 rank and file Thorbarden soldiers to desecrate a mausoleum."
You're not
We're not desecrating. The portal will disappear. We won't do anything to the mausoleum.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, there's no way they're going to enter that mausoleum. That is desecration.
I don't understand what desecration means.
To walk on a space reserved for the sanctity of the dead is a form of desecration. And these are some of their biggest heroes. If it's in the cemetery I'm thinking of, then you're going to have to get them out of the city another way. Like, we'll all go, but you got another way, or I mean, they know where Wonder is. They can just hoof it there.
I don't think they would make it in time.
What if we could call upon one of the spirits of your past kings and have them say that it's okay, essentially?
Yeah.
You do
Could
that,
we
right,
find
Zerwin?
the guy that is in that mausoleum? Call on that spirit. Be like, hey, it's cool.
I'll give it a shot. Dorna, do you think it would even work?
How are you going to convince them to believe you?
We got
That's a
the
good point.
crown.
Listen, some of the
Good
dwarves who are
crown.
some of the dwarves who are in this 500 believe in what they're doing and they want to go. Some of them are only going because they're ordered to go. They'll fight just as hard, but none of them are going to want to go into that mausoleum. My suggestion would be you have someone who can make a magical gate, have them make it half a day south of here.
We gotta talk to them then. See if there's a place where they can't just put a magical gate in any mausoleum. But we'll talk to them for sure.
Well, also, would we have a problem getting an ogre out of the city who didn't come through the front gates? We also didn't come through the front gates, remember?
An
Yeah.
ogre? Dorna
Yeah.
says, her eyes growing wide. What do you mean
But
an
don't make
ogre?
it weird. They're our friends. They're super cool.
Gelidus, do you have any history on the race that the dwarves would recognize?
Well, the dwarves will recognize the ogres. So we're talking about the race of ogres from the Years of Legend.
Yeah, they're not real.
Oh,
Those
they are
aren't real
quite
things.
They're
Yes.
real.
Look, if you want to desecrate a place, we'll
I've
show
seen
them to
two.
you.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot.
They're going to help us.
Dorna, if you came with us and met the ogre and we sent the cousins through the current magical door, would anyone listen? Would the 500 dwarves listen to you
God no,
about going through?
I'm one of the cousins.
Okay.
I'm a nobody
Just
here. Like getting an ogre, a giant blue-skinned ogre, sneaking a giant blue-skinned ogre out of a dwarven city is just probably not a thing that's going to happen.
Why do we have to sneak them? Why don't we just?
Have you met Malgola?
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, that's lame.
Do you think there's a way to get our ogre friend out of a mausoleum to someplace safe where he could open a portal inside the city where nobody would see him?
You could bring him here, I guess. How long does it take him to open a portal?
a good question. I can't remember exactly, but it's not super quick.
You know, it's 3 days march from here to Wonder. How long do you have?
We don't know, and we're running out of time. 3 days might be too long.
Are there any other runes that maybe we could bring the army to open a gate from? Remember, he can do other runes as well,
Um,
as long as he's been there.
you know, Steelbird used to talk about the Ogre Ruins. There is one not far south, maybe less than a day's march.
We've been there.
We could get him there. You get the dwarves there, then they'd probably happily go where an ogre tells them to go.
Do that.
So a day's march, and then get him to Wonder immediately.
Okay.
So we should send a runner back to Starlbrand.
You should go yourselves to take care of what you can take care of, and then come back here. We'll be serving dinner, and then we'll do our pre-battle rituals, and then we'll go with you.
Dorna, do you think that we're going to have a problem getting out of the city since we didn't come in through the front gates?
I thought you could go out through the ogre
We can
places.
just go through the portal.
Oh. Okay.
When does your
We're gonna-
ogre portal work? Is it open right now? Can you go whenever you want?
Pretty much.
I think, I don't know if it's immediate, but going from ruin to ruin is much quicker than opening a portal from nothing.
All right.
Okay, well, we'll go talk to Starlbrand, and then we will meet you back here for dinner.
Okay. Are you going to try to go back to the cemetery now? Because it's like mid-afternoon.
Sure. Let's head back.
There are guards waiting at the entrance to the cemetery who ask
I remember
you
that-
what business you have in the cemetery right now.
Yeah, because when we arrived, we had to wait until the change of the shift, right?
Right. Do we
Can-
settle when we're meeting with the rest of the with the 500 Dwarven troops with Magdala? Not Magdala.
Malgola, Athena.
Malgol.
I mean, Jana, you're really
We didn't settle.
stealthy, right? Could you try to sneak to the ogres and talk to them? I'm gonna call. Sorry, guys, I'm at the car rental place, so people are looking at me weird because I'm talking about ogres.
Love it.
We've all
It's a
been there.
special insurance you get on your car, ogre insurance.
I'm gonna be a kind GM and remind you all that Starlbrand said that he will meet you at either dusk or dawn. He will check back every dusk or dawn, which is when the shift changes are. And that's when he will open the gate to check and see if you're there.
All right.
Okay, well then let's hold off on this then. What else do you guys want to do?
What a great question.
Don't we need to settle when we're picking up the 500 Dwarven soldiers and arrange when we're going to bring them, like where we're leaving from and where we're meeting them and who their leader is? And I feel like there's some more stuff we have to take care of in the castle since we're back.
Did we also figure out where Hisarus is, or Hithris is?
Hitherth.
We
Yeah.
forgot to ask Dorna.
No, we asked Dorna. I don't think she knew.
Oh,
She was kind of evasive on the subject.
Yeah, we can try again. We should.
I said she didn't know, and let me hold on. Give me a second. I'm just really sick of people looking at me like I'm crazy. She said she didn't know, and
Look at them
have
like
a
you are
suspicion that
crazy.
like-
They'll leave
Yeah.
you alone.
I have a suspicion that maybe she's been enchanted to forget or something, but it doesn't look like there's a draconic magical aura around her.
Does anyone have like a counter spell or something that they could just attempt on her, or something, some anti-magic bullshit?
I could throw a dispel magic at her and see what happens.
Sure.
I can't target
Anti-magic
anything.
bullshit.
Just throws it out there and cancels magic, but I can try it.
You could do that later when you go back for dinner.
Yeah, we
Right.
should probably
Yeah.
go back to the
Yeah,
council
this
to
is
figure
more
out.
of a dinner type.
Yeah, we'll wait
Counterspell.
until she's drunk.
We should. I mean, we can. I don't really trust Margola, but the only way we're going to get those 500 soldiers back to Wonder is probably going through the same portal. Did we? We didn't get a sense of Dorna and like they're not illegal. What like the cousins are not doing anything against the law technically, are they in Thorbarden?
No, I mean they're all citizens doing stuff, doing jobs, working
So
the
I think
mines.
we should head back to the council, let them know that we're going to have them meet us at the ruins south of Thorbarden, and all 1,000 of us will go. Well, we don't know how many cousins we have, right?
You
But
do not yet.
we'll take both groups back with us. From that
So you want to go
portal.
back to the castle now and talk to Thena about how to get the dwarves from point A to point B?
Unless anybody wants to do something else.
Okay.
Like we gotta do that. So
So we'll head back.
To keep the sort of like minutia at a minimum here, Thena is happy to meet with you again. She introduces you to Marcus Blunthand. Marcus Blunthand is the captain that will be in charge of the 500 dwarves, which includes the 10 clerics.
What's his name?
Marcus Blunthand.
It's blunt hand because he just does this all the time. Like he's just really blunt about it.
Marcus asks for your marching orders. He says he can make it to Wonder in 3 days or less. He wants to know how urgent the situation is. He wants to know what you're up against. He essentially asks for a brief.
So it's very urgent, and 3 days may not be fast enough. So what we're organizing is a nice little portal for you guys, about a day's march from here, and that's going to take you straight over there. You're going to meet a couple of ogres, and they're going to shepherd you through. Dorna's got all the intel. It's going to be real good, real smooth. I'm going to save your energy.
Who's Dorna? And what the fuck you talking about with ogres?
So we don't know. We don't have time for you guys to walk all the way to Wonder. We have come to an alliance with the ogres of legend, and one of them has the ability to open up portals from old ogre ruins.
There's no such thing as the old ogres. It's a myth.
It's not.
It's not.
He like exasperatedly throws up his hands to Athena, like, "What the fuck am I even working with here? You want me to go into battle with these guys?"
So we give him a rundown of all the Can we just? I don't want to go through a whole brief. Can we just brief him on the situation at a high level?
Sure,
So did he hear the rest of it? Right.
sure. With the Draconians and the dragon and the town, etc., etc.
Yep.
He takes all of it in very well. He just is like, what a bunch of clowns. There's no such fucking thing as ogres. We're not going through a portal. You're wasting my time walking to this other place when I could make a beeline for Wonder.
Can we take him to the mausoleum?
Who are you
mean,
asking?
Gelidus.
But also he's not going to be there till dusk.
Yeah.
Like if we took him now, we're not going to see Starwind.
Could we take him at dusk?
Take me to where at dusk?
Gelidus. Could we take him at dusk?
I mean, I suppose we could. Do I still have the amulet?
My men are ready to start marching in about an hour. What amulet are you talking about, Gallus?
The amulet that Ziggy gave me?
Yes.
I will pull that out and say, do you have a historian that can take a look at this?
I mean,
This
there's
will
Harmech.
okay. Have Harmech look at this.
You have
This
Harmech
was-
look at it.
Is he right there?
I'm a soldier. I'm here to fight things. All right. I've been ordered to go kill draconians, and that's what I will do. I'm not here to look at necklaces. I'm gonna start marching my troops in an hour. I will go where you tell me to, but it's a waste of fucking time to go in the opposite direction.
Okay. Except if it saves time, which it's going to.
All right.
Yeah. Look, you're going to fight draconians that we told everybody about. All of these orders are coming from our reports. And so the fact that you've been ordered to do it is a sign that we have pretty good intel. So we're telling you right now, we can save you some time if you just hang on till dusk, and we'll show you that there's an ogre that can teleport you to where you want to go and save you time and energy.
I suppose I can delay a couple hours and wait till dusk, but then what?
No, I would just say head south. We will be there. March to the Ogre Ruins, south of Thorbarden. Do we know where this place is on a map? Can I point to a map? Say
Yes.
go here, march here.
I know where that is. Sure, I'll take it.
And we will meet you there.
Okay. He salutes and walks out, grumbling about ogres.
Which one of us was he saluting?
Thina.
Oh, it wasn't us. It wasn't us at all.
All right.
He's pretty grumpy for a dwarf.
Did you just say pretty grumpy for a dwarf?
Yep.
Who's asking?
I think that's like right in line with how most dwarves are.
Zerwin's not that grumpy.
That's true. He's more grumpled. All right.
See what you did there.
You're welcome. Okay.
He's the grumple, not the grumple or the grumpy.
Sorry.
Grumpy Forge.
We don't know what time. Like what time is dusk? Is that going to be right in the middle of dinner?
I mean, depends how long dinner goes, but maybe yeah.
All right.
Oh, you show up to dinner late if you want to go back to talk to Starlburn first.
Like, is that going to be that timeline works? Like, we'll still be able to get to dinner even if we go there first.
Yeah, I mean, you don't suppose that the dwarven dinner and pre-battle rituals are going to be like 40 minutes long, right? It's probably a big deal to them.
Should we do anything else while we're here? Anybody have any questions for Thina?
Should we check if there are dwarven weapons or magic shops?
Do we have money?
Not you. You don't have money.
I have no money. No,
Yeah.
You swore off money for religious purposes.
I did.
Last
I have-
week.
But I have a rogue who's a really good friend, so maybe she can go in and steal me some shit.
I mean, we
I'll
have.
look the other way.
I have 621 gold. I don't know what other people have.
Oh, and did I not tell you how much money you have when you started?
I'll look
Okay.
at my inventory. But like I was sort of assuming I was, the douchey paladin who's like, oh yes, let me give all my money to the poor. I don't need it.
No, you were the paladin who was like, yeah, no, tithings.
Yeah, I have 10 gold. I can't afford a cold.
No, you should have 150 gold.
I now have 150
400.
gold.
I have 400 gold.
Jana, you should have a lot less. You should probably only have like 30. Your circumstances when joining the group are pretty different.
It's true.
But don't worry. You've got rich friends.
It's very convenient. Also, I can't figure out how to add it. So
So click on the gold in D&D Beyond.
don't worry.
Never mind.
All right, so you're headed back to the brewery? Or are you going to wait at the cemetery?
I think we should split the party if there's still more people we can.
We don't need to split them. We don't need. So can I? We didn't really address this, but when we like snuck out in the morning, was it like easily done? Like how stealthy do we have to be?
You weren't stealthy at all.
Okay, we
There's
just
just
marched out.
I mean, the guards are ceremonial, right?
Right.
Like they're not actually expecting trouble at the entrance to a graveyard. They just sort
Yeah.
of like stay there and like look nice, and then they're like, "Well, it's time to fuck off," and then they go
Okay.
home, and then like sometime later the other guards show up.
Let's go back and talk to Starbrand because if he puts the kibosh on this plan, then we've got to make up some stuff. I don't want to wait. Do that. So why don't we head back and try to catch Starbrand at
Okay.
dusk?
The dawn and the Thorbarden being mostly underground is mostly lit by artificial sources, and yet because of the old dwarven magics and dwarven technologies, there is a distinct change in the way that the place looks in the daytime and the nighttime. And as like dusk falls in the world, so does it fall in Thorbarden. And the lights all go down, everything sort of changes its tone and timbre. And the cemetery gets a little creepier. But in fact, it's pretty easy to see. You can just literally wait and watch the guards walk away and realize you've got a 5 to 10 minute window to get in. Sure enough, inside the mausoleum, it looks exactly the same, right? It's a lot of carved stone. Nothing much has changed. But on the wall, the portal door is like sort of blue light-ish, phases into being, and out steps Starlbrand. He looks around and sees that it's just you and says, "Oh, did we fail?"
Huh?
No? Okay.
So we got we got the help of a bunch of dwarven soldiers, and the cousins. But we need to coordinate their travel. But they are assisting.
Okay.
But they said that there's another ogre ruin south of Thorbarden. Could you meet us there tomorrow? So if they leave tonight, it'd be tomorrow night when they would get there. Does that sound right, guys?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, so you're gonna go with them?
Yes.
Okay. You're not gonna come back here and teleport away from me here and then go to the portal, to the other portal later.
Well, I guess could we teleport directly from this portal to the other portal?
We could.
What do you guys think?
We could meet
Should we-
there, and then we can tell them that, haha, we took the portal. You didn't believe us.
We need to stay. We need to stay till dawn because we need to do the pre-battle stuff with Orna. So,
Right, but in theory, we could hop back to Wonder and like do some preparations
in the morning.
and then meet them again the next morning whenever they get there. Unless there's stuff you guys want to do here in Thorbarden while we wait, or if you want to march with them. I don't know that benefits us.
No, I don't want to mark
Seems
it, though.
a good idea to use the time in Wonder.
So, Starbrand, we'll be back here for the morning shift, the morning shift change, and we'll teleport back to Wonder with you, and then we will meet our friends at the Ogre Ruin south of Thorbarden the next evening.
Wait, are
next-
you still Steelbeard?
I mean, I'm still wearing Steelbeard, but I'm not him.
Jeez, you're wearing him like Silence of the Lambs.
Mm. All right, so let me just see if I understand what you all are saying. You're going to go back for the rituals. You're going to spend the night. In the morning, you're going to bring the cousins here to the mausoleum, file all the cousins through and you to go to Wonder. And then you're going to go back to meet the dwarves from Wonder to the ruins to pick up the army tomorrow evening. Is that correct?
Can
We
we
have
squeeze
to-
the southern people in at some point?
Yeah, I mean, you still have, in theory, 3 to 4 days. Question mark, question mark.
Do we know? We don't know, but we don't know where the people in the south are, right? Because aren't they nomadic?
Yeah, but you know
Well,
where they're. Go ahead.
Yeah, so there are some nomadic people, but there's also there's a fairly large city state that's in the south as well that we could probably ask for help.
Is there one of those portal sites near there?
You'd have. Oh, are you gonna ask Dahlbrand?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been there.
Then I think we should probably take the time to go there.
All right. Okay. Good planning. All right. So back to the brewery for the pre-battle rituals.
Yes, I'm starving.
Okay. Again, from the outside, it's a big building, right? It's a big building, but from the outside, it's hard to tell that anything's going on. It's really well soundproofed.
I'm gonna take my crown off. I say to Steelbeard, thank you for your help today. Hopefully we'll be speaking soon.
Thank you for letting me speak with Dorna.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm gonna pull it off. He lets me go, right?
He does.
Okay.
Back at the brewery. This time when you are let in as a group, of course, Madman is at the door as always, Harg. And this time when you're let in, it's very different inside. They've moved all the tables to like one long table, and there's all of this food set up on it. There's like a variety of roast and stewed meats. There's a bunch of root vegetables. There's like a lot of gravies. So a lot of dark breads, very hearty. It's a very hearty, like, packed meal. And there are a lot of people here. They've started without you. They're mingling. Dwarves of various shapes and sizes, sort of, bumming around. And there's sort of like a low murmur of conversation. This is not the same scene that you walked in on last night, which was a raucous party of beer guzzling, right? This is a much more demure group. You also see against the far wall mounds of backpacks that have been fully packed, and with kitted armor, many of them with weapons. It looks like this group is ready to move basically at any time.
Like a violent kindergarten.
Yeah. Very much like a violent kindergarten.
Talking like there's such thing as a non-violent kindergarten.
Touche, yeah.
Not my kindergarten.
Maybe like a sober kindergarten as opposed to a drunk one. All right. Anyway,
so
you're
walking into a hammered kindergarten.
Yes, you're walking into a half-cocked kindergarten class, right?
Kids with apple jacks in their hair. Just being like,
Half-cocked kindergarten is a great band name.
It is a good band name. But what kind of music is that though? Ska?
It was
Yes.
like They Might Be Giants.
Yeah, all right. That's pretty good. I do like They Might Be Giants. All right. You're welcomed into the fold, and people start immediately sort of filling plates for everyone. And you can sort of mingle. if you'd like to talk to anyone specific, I'll give you an opportunity to do that now. Otherwise, I'm going to move on. Does anybody want to say anything to anybody specifically here?
Do you guys want me to try and dispel magic on Dorna?
Yeah, we can give it a try. What's the
Okay.
worst we could do? Just offend everyone.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and do that then. Try to throw dispel magic on Dorna.
Okay. Dorna has her own magic. So I'm not exactly sure. You're looking for like if there was a like a curse or a forget spell.
Compel something.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get to specify.
Yeah, no. Go ahead. Nothing happens. I don't think anything happens. Pretty sure nothing happens. Unless she has like a, would it affect like a magic ring? I don't think so,
That
right?
would be a dispel magic, not a counterspell.
Okay. All right, so as long as it doesn't affect magic jewelry, then nothing happens. All right.
Okay.
After everyone's had a chance to eat, the older bartender, right? That's Furbeck. Remember, that's Dorna's brother. He sort of calls everyone's attention. He raises his hands. Cousins, I believe it's time. Tomorrow, we leave our homes and our families behind, and we go to do violence on creatures that would do violence on others. We go to avenge our friend and brother Steelbeard, and we go to make new friends and new brothers in new places. But first, we do our rituals. And he reaches down behind the bar, and he pulls out a fiddle, and he starts absolutely wailing on the fiddle. This guy is one of the best fiddle players you have ever seen. Someone picks up a drum and starts banging it. There's a lute that's brought out, and in like 30 seconds, the dwarves are singing, clapping, stomping their hands or stomping their feet. The kegs are rolled out. The beer starts being poured. The level goes from like sort of a demure conversation to like a 9, right? Like it's singing, it's clapping, it's stomping, it's dancing. And let me tell you something. Look, this guy can really play a fiddle, and some of these guys have got good rhythm, but almost none of them can sing. It's really not the best singing you've ever heard, but it is very loud singing, and it is very enthusiastic singing. So if you can
I will
imagine,
attempt to jump in with the dancing and the singing.
excellent. I
I got to
actually,
be honest with you. We could really use barley right now.
I got a 21 on my performance check.
you fucking nailed it. In fact, you're doing better singing than anyone else in the bar right now. Hold on a second. Let me go if you guys can hear this.
A merry oaken beneath an old grey hill,
My-
Anything.
and there they
streamers can
brew
hear
a
it.
beer so brown that the man in the moon himself came down.
So I found these. Hold on, I'll post it to you.
Dirk Tripp getting out of his chair.
So I found these. Hold on, I'll post it. There, you can see that in general chat now. If you want some good dwarven background music for you,
Down one night to drink his fill.
just imagine 60 people instead of 8 singing these really kind of bad songs.
Plays a 5-string fiddle, and up and down he runs his bow, now squeaking high, now purring low, now sawing in the
So
middle.
the music and the singing goes on for a while. Hold on, I gotta turn it down. It's too loud. Okay.
We've all been drinking too, right?
The drinking has really just started. There wasn't much drinking at dinner. But the beer is now flowing freely, and if you are spotted without a mug in your hand, you're not exactly like scolded, but someone's like, "Hey, do you know we have beer here and it's really good?" And then they hand you a mug, which you could find a place to put down if you really don't want to drink. But otherwise, they're going to be handing you beer.
All right. Well, as the
I
beer
will
starts
drink.
flowing, I'm getting lit. I'm jumping in
Drink as
too.
well.
Every time I drink a beer, I put the mug down so that someone does that to me.
It's not that much of a problem. It's pretty good. All right, after only maybe like half an hour of this singing and dancing, there's sort of like a weird like gathering near one part of the bar, and a bunch of people sort of start shoving you guys there. They're like, "Come on, it's time! It's going to the thing! It's going to the thing!" And so they're like shoveling and they're like very excited. They're like, "Oh, it's time for the thing! It's time for the race!" Right? Everyone's excited about the race. So like they sort of, yeah, yeah. So they sort of like shove you over. Meanwhile, the singing's still going on in the background. There's some dancing going on in the background, right? But like the six of you are sort of shoved up against one end of the bar, sort of like delightfully, playfully, and you can see there is a stool tipped over so that its legs are up in the air in
I
front
don't
of you.
sit on that one.
Don't sit on that one. This stool has 5 legs, and there are 5 of you are gathered around it. And then next to you, or sort of adjacent to you on the bar, there is another stool. Oh, hold on one second, actually.
Aren't there 6 of us?
I yell at Ezra for not being gathered around the stool.
Ezra's not here, so he's not going to play this game.
Yeah, he doesn't have car insurance for this event.
There is another group of dwarves gathered around another stool that is tipped over, that has 5 legs. And then each of you is handed a fresh mug of beer. And the one of the dwarves hops up on the bar and says, okay, are there any questions about the rules? We have our
Yes,
challengers.
What are the rules?
What? You've never done a race before? Okay. Here, give me that. And he reaches down and snatches a mug away from someone who's like, hey! And he's like, don't worry, I'll give it back. Just give me a second. First, you take your mug of beer one at a time, and you have to pick the order, right? And then you drink your mug of beer as fast as you can. And he just goes like this and starts chugging, like so it's dripping down his face and like past his eyes. And then he like finishes it, and then he's like, but you don't slam it down afterwards. You gotta balance it on top of the stool leg. And the mugs are just.
Oh, thank God! I thought the rules were going to be different.
It's just the mugs are just big and heavy enough that it's not impossible. It's like it's not super hard to balance them on top of the stool leg, but it's not super easy either. And so it's like the team who has all of their empty mugs balanced on the stool first wins. Any other questions? And then he turns, hey, thanks, and hands back the empty mug to the guy who he stole it from, who says, hey, fuck you, I want another beer.
How much are you allowed to spill on your face like that?
All right, then.
Wow.
I see there's no questions. You need an order, though. So the 5 of you need to choose an order.
Well, that will. What are the mechanics of this race?
You'll first make
first.
You'll make a Constitution roll to see how fast you drink your beer, and then a Dexterity roll to see how quickly you balance it on the stool.
Okay.
I am not good at either one, so
I'm
Excellent at this.
equally bad at this.
I'm really good at this game.
Okay, so us bad people should go first, and then
Or in the middle.
yeah,
Middle bad.
Does
Actually, I might be
you're actually pretty good at this. I think
pretty good at this game.
you're better
I'm
at
a-
this than I am, and I'm a tank.
I'll go with
I'm gonna-
the dwarves.
I'm gonna be pretty good
I'll
with
go
this.
Okay, so Gelidus, you should go first. I'll go second. This is because, unfortunately, Matt has bad dice rolls potentially.
Okay, so
then
it's gonna
Jana,
I'm sorry.
Dirk, and Zerwin.
I'm gonna give. Are we allowed to help contestants?
How would you do that exactly?
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slam my face up next to Gelidus, and as he's drinking, I'm drinking part of it too. I'm gonna I'm gonna do a performance check to sing really loudly while I'm doing it to distract the fact that I'm drinking part of his drink.
You're gonna try to sing really loudly and drink beer at the same time?
Yes.
I'm
And
gonna. No, hey, I've got a
I
better,
will take
a better plan.
disadvantage on my Constitution save to give him advantage on his Constitution save.
So When Orin goes to put his face up next to me, I'm going to cast greater invisibility on him, so he turns invisible. Then you drink all your beer. And then I'll end it as soon as you're done.
Okay.
All right. So
I
the
want to
order
help
is
too. Are there? Wait, I want to help too. Are there any cats?
no. There's no cats in this bar. There's no
Can they
cats in this
drink?
bar.
It's just
Are
a
there?
drinking game.
Are there any animals?
I mean,
I don't. I don't know how important it is that we win here, guys. But also, let's remember, we're the fucking spicy oranges. We're gonna be just fine.
Excellent.
I got a
point.
12 on my performance check, so it's not the worst song ever, but it's not the best.
Okay. All right. What's the order again? It's Gelidus, then Owen, then Dirk, then Jana, then Zerwin.
Yeah.
Then Jana, Zerwin, Dirk.
Okay.
Finish that
Gelidus,
strong.
Owen, Jana, Zerwin, Dirk. Okay. All right. Here we go. Starting with Gelidus. First, Constitution check.
But remember, you're at advantage.
I'm at advantage.
Yeah, because I'm helping. I'm drinking half your beer.
Yeah, 13.
Jesus, God damn it!
Okay. Roll again.
Well, you need a
Fair
dex
enough.
check, right?
You got to hit a number.
We may be here for a while. Oh, there's a 4. I'm going down.
Oh, there it
14?
is. Okay. You finish your beer. All right. So chug, 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 chug. It's a decent time. It's respectable time that you finished your beer. Now let's see if you can balance it on the stool.
I'm invisible. I help him.
Okay, so he
There
rolls
you
a
go.
22
Crit.
for his
Hold it.
first dex
Hold
check.
it there.
He, in fact, this is how it goes down. Gelidus grabs his mug, goes okay with the chugging, not terrible, pretty good time, right? And then it looks like he trips and falls and drops the mug, and it lands perfectly on top, and it's like doesn't move and settles like incredibly on top. All right, Owen. Owen takes his beer and he lifts it to his mouth and he starts to drink.
I got
And
a 6.
keep going.
I got a 6.
Keep going. He's having trouble. You're not. This is still a respectable time. I'm watching.
Damn it,
There's
Owen.
12.
He's hurt.
No.
He's sort of like stops and like coughs a little bit.
I got a 6.
Oh, someone went down the wrong pipe. It's not. It's not going so well for him. He can't see. Oh, there it is. After he stops and chokes a little bit, he takes the rest and just dumps it right down. Now he's got to balance the mug on the bottom of the stool.
10.
It's wobbly. It's wobbly. So are you. You're both a little wobbly.
19.
All right. Okay, not bad.
Next person go. This game rolls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, who's next? Is that Jana?
You guys
I think
doing
so.
okay?
Jana,
Is
you
it-
do it. It's not as bad as it looks.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm Dirk. You're my best friend.
I
I want you to
know
know
that.
I take Dirk, his face in my hands, and I say, "You're my best friend. I absolutely love you."
I say you need a broader social network, but thank you.
Listen, above
Jana, you got to
this-
keep rolling. You're
Oh,
sort of
okay.
drinking. You're drinking, but you got to keep drinking until you get it down. There it is. Jana actually
Okay.
pounds her beer faster than Gelidus and Owen combined. Boom, slam, done.
I
But-
believe in
And
you,
then
Dirk.
That's
Done
impressive.
Dex.
I believed in you the second that you
No.
became a
A total
character that made choices.
A total of
Yes.
3 rolls. Okay, so here's what happened. Jana, after watching Gelidus and Owen really struggle with the beer, is like, man, I don't know. Must be something wrong with this beer. But then puts it to her mouth and is like, this is fucking delicious. And just proceeds to absolutely crush it. And then sort of haphazardly just sets it down where it wobbles for a second and then steadies on top of the leg.
Oh, okay. Good, Jana.
All right,
This is a
Zerwin.
ringer just hanging in the middle of
Are
the
these
lineup.
Are just real quick? Are these regular rolls, or can I use like sleight of hand on the decks?
You can use sleight of hand on the decks.
Okay. All right. So Constitution. That ought to do it.
Zerwin pounds his in one gulp.
Oh boy, a critical miss with a +5.
Bill, are we losing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You were losing until Jana went, and then you were tied, and now Zerwin has nailed it in one round, and then takes 1 round to balance, but gets it on the second round, and now you're ahead by a round.
On the other team, I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna say, "Hey, have any of you talked shit about each other?" And then I'm gonna take a step back.
Oh no, Owen, you're my best friend.
They need to make a charisma save, difficulty 15, to resist that effect. I want to see if I can start them fighting with each other.
Wait. So wait, this is just they just tell the truth, right?
They have to
Yeah,
stop drinking to tell us.
but like
Oh, there's only one dwarf left, and it's between him and Dirk has got a 1 round head start. The rest of them turn to him and like, they turn to the guy who was matched up with Zerwin, and they're like, and they turn to the guy who's matched up with Jano, and they're like, "You guys fucked us!" And then they start like wrestling. There's like a ball of like dwarves wrestling on the ground. But all right, Dirk, let's see your rolls.
Before Dirk goes, I'm going to cast Bless on him.
Constitution, right?
Bless.
He's add-
the one with the beard.
Yep. He's add a D4 to any saving throw.
Okay, can I just point something out? This is the biggest boss fight in terms of spell expenditure you guys have had since you fought a dragon.
I'm going to throw spells out there.
We're about to have a long rest, and also we're hammered. All right.
Okay.
I will always do stupid shit during social interactions and RPGs. It's a problem.
All right, Dirk, let's see your rolls. First, your con check. I believe.
Constitution.
I believe in you.
Boom! I got a 4. Not enough.
I still believe in you.
Wait,
That's not enough.
don't you get his 1d4 to add to that?
Yep, you can add
okay.
a D4 to one of your saving throws.
So
All right, so
add a 1d4 to that 13, and you pass on that 13.
I passed, so now I got a dexterity, right?
Now they got a dexterity roll. So you chug the beer as fast as Jana did, which is really fast.
Super fast.
And now you're now 2 rounds ahead. So as long as you don't take more than 3 rounds to balance this thing on your dex check, you guys will win.
Fucking nailed it.
Oh, first roll. Oh, okay. The crowd
Let's get more
erupts,
finger guns.
right?
Let's
The
get
crowd
more finger
erupts.
guns. Everybody in the bar.
Finger crossbows, you mean? Finger crossbows.
No, they don't know. They don't know what it means, but I'm still doing it.
There's hand crossbows in this world. All right. Everyone in the bar just goes bonkers.
I pick up Dirk and give him like a big, and then I move along to give everyone a big, like,
I scream, "This is my best friend!"
So Furbeck has stopped playing the fiddle and screams something like, "The challengers win!" And everyone starts going bonkers. And he makes his way over to you. The music sort of stops for a minute.
I fall down, but somehow keep Dirk up. Like
I'm standing on Owen now.
He's like, "All right, okay. Now on to the rest of the competition."
What the fuck?
That was the warm-up.
Don't worry, guys. I got plenty of spell slots.
Okay, you need someone to enter the
Would
singing
lesser
contest.
restoration get rid of my drunkenness?
Wait, will what?
Lesser restoration. It gets rid of poison.
Yes, it will.
Would this technically be a poison?
Yes, that's correct. You
Okay.
can sober up right now. Okay, so you need someone to enter the singing contest, the drink and remember contest, the keg throw, the wrestling match, and the drink and riddle.
I'll sign up for the wrestling match.
So just to give you guys a breakdown of what those do, the singing is charisma, right? The drink and riddle is constitution and wisdom. The drink and remember is constitution and intelligence. The keg throw is strength, and the wrestling match is strength, dex, con.
What's the drinking riddle again?
The drinking riddle is con and wisdom. Constitution and wisdom.
I really can only do the keg throw or the wrestling. Otherwise, I am
I
not
have
suited.
grappler, so I want to do wrestling.
I got the drinking riddle because I actually have +2 on both those saves.
Yeah, I'm good for Constitution, and I can do the other one because I'm okay on Wisdom and Intelligence.
Who's gonna do
Yeah,
the
I'm not very
singing?
smart, so don't put me on that one.
I have.
Let's see.
Who's got any charisma?
I got
I
one.
do. I have +4.
Oh, you need to sing then, Owen.
Yeah, you do.
I would love to sing. Let me sing.
I'm not
Owen,
good.
you have the voice of an angel.
I know it. And Dirk
I
is
will
my
follow you
best
anywhere.
friend.
Gelidus,
I
what
will
are you? What
follow
are your
you
strengths?
anywhere.
I'm
Get
probably
up to the
better for
grounds,
the
and then I'll
drink
follow
and
you.
the drink and wisdom one because I have a 2 and a 4.
Okay.
Fine, I'll grapple things. I will do it.
You're probably better than I am, Dirk.
I am definitely.
Are these saving throws or regular throws?
What's a regular
Wait, say it
throw?
again?
So I think he means to say is it an ability check or a save?
Sorry, yeah, is it an ability check or a saving throw?
They're ability checks.
Singing,
You
drink,
can-
riddle, wrestling, keg throw.
Right. So there's wrestling match, which is gonna be a combination of strength, dex, con, or
I have 3, 2, 3, so that's probably I'm pretty well fitted for that. I'm also a fucking barbarian.
yeah.
Let's just look at you.
Then there's
For
the keg,
wrestling, I have 522.
the keg throw, which is just strength. The drink and remember, which is literally one of those card things where they put a whole bunch of cards out and you take a drink and they flip a card and they flip it back and you got to remember where they are. Then there's the drink and riddle, in which case you drink a beer and then someone asks you a riddle and then you see if you can answer it and then you move on to the next round and you drink another beer, etc., etc. And then there's just the singing.
I will sing.
So the question is, does anyone in this group have an intelligence above 10?
I have a 12.
I do. I'm good. I can do drink and remember.
Okay.
Jana's gonna do
Or-
it.
I've intelligence.
Drink and riddle.
13.
Okay. Drink and
I have-
remember.
Smartest man I know.
Oh, it.
Yeah, but aren't you strong, Dirk?
I'm a +2. I'm a 14 +2.
I'm a +5 to strength.
Yeah, but you have to sing.
What do you mean?
I'm a -1. But you guys
I get-
all enjoy.
I
I'll
can try
sing.
I'm not wrestling. Or
I'm a beautiful singer. I'll sing all the things.
Yes.
excellent.
But just sing one thing. Though.
One thing? You want me to sing one thing?
Just the one.
I'll
Well,
sing one thing.
what are your dex and constitution abilities, Dirk?
Me?
No, Dirk.
+2 +2. I have a 15 +2. 15 +2.
So you're +2 +2 +2 on strength, dexterity, cons.
Yeah, I'm a very balanced character.
It's wonderful.
I can do anything.
I'd throw. Let's have you keg throw then.
I'm gonna throw kegs. I was
He's
born
gonna
for
throw cakes for days.
Okay, so Owen is singing. Dirk is keg
You're
throwing.
goddamn right I am.
Serwin is wrestling. Okay, and Jana is doing the drink and remember, and Gelidus is doing the drink and riddle. Is that correct?
Sure, sounds good to me. Let's go.
That's the right
Yep.
order. It's the
Okay.
perfect order. We did it first time.
Our viewers would like you to know that they essentially say "slay queen" is what they say to you. So go.
Yes, Queen.
This is I'm taking my shirt off and wrestling like that.
Okay, well,
Owen is a princess. All right.
Exactly.
The regent has not yet passed.
the wrestling actually happens first, mostly because the wrestlers really want to drink, and while you're
You know
wrestling,
what?
you can't drink.
It always
The rest of
does.
the things you can do while drinking. So the
Uh,
wrestling's gonna happen first.
I take my shirt off.
Oh,
Is there any butter laying around?
Are we like reenacting certain scenes from Bronson here? Like
Just looking for an
we only
advantage.
have margarine, okay?
Okay. Well, we'll
Did
do
you
it.
say is there any butter laying around?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who's your professional like
I-
lube assistant here?
I cast out my investigation for
It
butter,
ain't me.
I
and
mean,
As he wanders
and
into
I
the ring, I blow
that's
fire.
a
behind
net
him.
20 on investigating about the butter.
I'm blowing fire.
you found the butter dish.
Good.
It's right
I
there. You
melt
can see it.
with
There's the butter
fire.
dish. What are you gonna do with it? Or do I want to know?
Because he wants advantage, because it's hard to grab someone who's slathered in butter.
I
So
literally
he's-
I take it, I set the butter dish on the ground, and I roll myself on it like a corn on the cob. I just kind of do a quick couple of those,
I very lightly.
and then but I do it sort of. Oh,
Fire.
I've tripped and fell onto some butter, and I
I know.
roll, and then I stand up, and I'm like, "Sorry, guys,
does
I'm ready
anyone
to go."
have prestidigitation? Because you could cast that to like really
No, I'm good.
coat him.
No, I sold it.
Butter.
I sold that.
I
You
go-
guys,
I go
it
over to him.
literally
I'm like, oh no, you fell. Are you okay? And I just lather it all over.
it looked like an accident. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I-
All right.
Actually, but I'm not touching any.
Okay. All right. I'm fully recovered from that. Can you make your rolls, please? You need,
You need-
a strength roll, a dex roll, and a constitution roll. Strength
Okay.
roll 20.
Okay, dex roll.
Dex roll 14.
Ooh.
Con roll 11. All right. Your first opponent is a kind of like Weasley guy. He's long and lean. He's got the leverage, for a dwarf. And he does like you completely toss him around. You ragdoll him all over the place. But he is in very good shape. So it looks like it might be kind of even, but then at the end, he goes to like wrap his arms around your back to like get like double underhooks, and then his hands slide off your back like this, and he can't get a grip on there, and then because it's all lubed up with butter, and so he falls kind of like face down a little bit, and then you can pick him up and you slam him down on his back, and you hold him there for an extended 3 count, and he has been pinned.
Does he
you have
die?
won. What? No.
Does he
what?
die?
Wow.
Oh.
Maybe
because he has a dairy allergy of some kind. He gets a mouthful of butter and he's like,
He gets hand anaphylaxis.
Oh, guys, that's not funny. All right. Okay, so you've won round 1, which puts you into the semifinals, where you are going to be wrestling a woman whose nickname is Bear. She's
Also a great band name.
Been there before.
okay. So she, you got to make another series of rolls.
Okay. Strength 13. Ooh, Dex 6. I must be drunk. Con, that's a good roll.
Oh, 22 for your Constitution check. Okay.
so he Homer Simpsons this one.
So he
Like, basically just outlasts them, like repeatedly punching him in the head.
So sort of. Well, no, because they're sort of equally matched strength-wise. They go back and forth. However, Zerwin, like as he's like grappling with an underhook, finds a buttery spot on the floor from the last person he slammed down, and his foot goes out from underneath him, and he falls down on his back, and for a second it looks like Zerwin's gonna get pinned. Bear's on top of him, growling in his ear, and then, but then, right, Zerwin manages to like roll. He's got some leverage. He's got a hip out, right, and now he's back on his feet, and the two of them go back and forth. And after like a good 5 minutes, which is forever in a wrestling match, right, with no breaks, eventually she like loses a little bit of steam, and Zerwin's able to like ankle trip her, and she falls on her back, and Zerwin gets the pin, which brings you to the finals, where you'll be wrestling.
When I climb off her, I whisper in her ear, round 2 later.
It's inappropriate. It's
You,
inappropriate.
you didn't hear me.
She
No, nobody heard that.
she
I use detect thoughts.
she doesn't
on
say
Zoe.
anything, but when you get up
That's
to walk
inappropriate.
away, she doesn't say anything when you get up to walk away. She smacks your ass really hard.
I turn to her and I go, "That's inappropriate."
She
Yeah,
turns
throw a yellow card for roughhousing or whatever it is you.
she turns to you and says, "Don't be jealous, Tiny." And then she goes.
He's
Then
my best friend. You don't
Am I
talk to
tiny?
him that way.
Am I tiny in this?
No,
you know where you're tiny.
Giant. You're a giant among people.
I'm a tiny among dwarves.
All right, that brings you to the finals, Zerwin.
I can't believe butter worked.
Well,
Well,
you'll be wrestling the Madman Harg, who has also made it to the finals. And now there's a round of bets going around. Does anybody want to place a bet on
I
either?
bet 50 gold on Zerwin.
They don't take that much. They're like, you could bet like 3 gold or 5 gold if you're feeling wild.
I bet 5 gold on Zerwin.
I bet 5 gold against Zerwin. I'm sorry, Zerwin. You're tired. I love you. Also, I'm hedging for Owen's bets because he's a poor man.
Poor man.
I'll bet 5 gold on Zerwin.
Okay. Jana left. She's had enough. This is stupid. All right. Okay, Zerwin, you ready for your final series of rolls?
I am. Here we go. Strength. Oh boy.
Oh.
Dexterity.
He's so tired. Look at him.
Oh.
Oh, I should have bet against him.
An 8 for his
Constitution.
strength roll, a 6 for his dex roll, and a 10 for his count. You want to spend some danger awesome points to reroll his points? Okay.
Hold on. Let me.
Wait a second.
How many danger awesome points does he get for a reroll?
Yeah. How much is
I'm
it going to
kicking
cost
in
me?
8.
It costs you 5 for a single reroll.
So 15 for all of
I'm
them.
kicking in 5 for you. So
Yes.
I'll throw 5 in for you as well.
You guys are using danger awesome points for gold.
All
That's
right.
not a 1-to-1. That's
So-
a bad.
Oh, I
You
know
guys
it's a
need
terrible
different
investment, but whatever.
strategy.
Fuck it.
You guys need a very different investment strategy.
Okay. So I've got two rerolls here.
Yep.
Okay. So here's my strength reroll.
No, you got all 3. Oh, 16 for your strength reroll.
Oh, I get all 3. It costs me 5 for all 3.
No, it costs you 5
No,
each.
5 per.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I
if you
kicked in
spend 5,
1. Yeah, if you have to. Yeah.
And then I can kick in one if I need
You
more.
guys realize we're about to fight a dragon?
So
might as well make it hard.
a dex check. I'm gonna spend 5 of my own. So hold on.
A 16 in your reroll for strength, which is very good.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm gonna re-roll my dex one more time, and that's better.
A 17 for your dex roll.
We'll go with that.
Oh.
We'll go 16, 17, 10.
What do you
Okay.
think this?
We're getting small amounts of gold. Let it happen.
Are you gonna
Let it happen.
Okay.
catapult coins at Rhymroth?
We
Okay.
might.
Okay. All right, so the Madman's endurance is epic. He has no quit in him whatsoever. And on strength, you are evenly matched. However, his dex roll was terrible. So, here's how the match goes down. The two of the largest dwarves in the bar, the only one who's comparable in size is Render. And he's off in the corner not wrestling. And the 2 wild barbarians leap across the ring, covered in sweat, slam into each other, toss each other around. There's epic throws, and the crowd is going absolutely bonkers. At one point, Madman steps in and gets a leg behind Zerwin's leg, but Zerwin's dexterity roll of 17 makes it so that as Madman pushes forward, leverages forward, sweeps the foot, Zerwin turns, arcs his back, uses the momentum, and launches him over his shoulder and lands directly on top of him.
This is I just posted what the first 3 minutes of the fight looked like.
Oh, hold on, I want to see this. Slap boxing in India, yeah, that's probably right. So, what happened? Now I can't go back. There we go. Using the magic dwarven yeet, he tosses the madman to his back and holds him there for a 3 count. And that is the match. And everyone who bet on Zerwin gets 10 gold if they bet 5. It's 2-1. So you get your 5 back
whole time.
plus another 10. And everyone who bet on Harg loses their 5. Sorry, Dirk.
Bullshit.
The dwarves go absolutely bonkers. No one's ever beat Harg the Madman before in this game. They lift Dirk up on their shoulders. They parade him around, and then
Well,
they
that's
dump
awesome.
him
Thank you.
unceremoniously in front of an open keg and just proceed to pour beer on top of his head.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Sorry, not Dirk, Zerwin.
Oh, fuck.
They're so drunk they picked the wrong person.
Sorry, I meant Zerwin. The purple-haired dwarf is the one they pick up who just won the wrestling match.
Oh.
All right. Different. Next up, though, is the keg throw. That's you, Dirk.
I believe in you, Dirk. You can throw it really good.
This feels like a much less climactic event, and I gotta be honest, I'm not gonna be using Danger Awesome points on it.
It's okay.
We may use them for you.
We might make you do it anyway.
Okay. All right, let's see your rolls. Let's see your strength rolls.
What am I rolling?
It's just pure strength, and you're going to throw the keg 3 times and see which one goes farthest.
All right, there it goes. There's 1.
16. Oh, the first one's quite far.
Is very good.
A 20.
2. That's 3.
Are you kidding me? Those are 3 incredible rolls.
You're goddamn right they are. I'm a natural.
Your second throw. So what you do is you stand at the back.
I know.
You stand at the back of the bar, right? And you throw the keg over the bar, and there's this big, spaced off area at the very back of the bar where there's all of these, carpets and, rugs piled down. So the kegs have to go up over the bar, and they have to land on these carpets and rugs, and they mark where they land.
Use your hips and knee. Oh, you did anyway.
Thank
Dirk, you take second.
That's horse shit.
Sure.
Yeah. In fact, Corbin Render Renz, his lands just whatever the difference between a 20 and a 21 is. That's how much farther his lands than yours.
I claim that he's juicing.
If by juice you mean beer, then yes.
Yeah.
I do. I do mean that.
All right. You ready for the drink and remember, Jana?
Yes.
Okay, here's how this works. There's an entire deck of cards in front of you. In order to reveal one, you have to drink. Once you do that, they reveal one card, right? And then you have to drink another one, and whoever has the most matches at the end, right, wins. And you have to play against one other dwarf. You are up against Lisa Halfhead. She's one of the captains, if you remember. She's got the faceplate over one side of her. Yeah.
Yes.
She's
Anyone have any spells that can help fuck with this person? Oh, we're dirty cheaters. It doesn't matter.
What do I roll?
So you're gonna roll Constitution, and you're gonna roll Intelligence, and you're gonna do that 3 times.
All right. It's Constitution.
You got your Constitutions first, all 3 of them.
Okay. 14. 18.
18. 21.
21.
Okay, you're gonna add 3 to your intelligence rolls. Wow, Jana can really hold her liquor. Jana is a
Plus the
champion
plus-
drinker.
Did
So I've
anyone
got
see her drink an antidote or something first?
This is perfect. This is exactly how it would go.
Wait, wait, so I've got +2 on intelligence. Is it +3 +2?
So you're gonna pick one of your
I've been
intelligence
drinking.
rolls. You're gonna pick one of your intelligence rolls and add an extra 3 to it.
Okay.
You'd have a
Not
plus
all 3
5
of
in
them.
total.
Yeah, so +5 total. So you just probably roll them and pick the one that's lowest.
Okay. One. Oof.
A 7, not looking up to a 17. That's much better. And a 16. All right, so that's a 10, a 17, and a 16. Okay, so the game goes for a few minutes, right? And each time they have a drink, right, and they reveal a card, the other person also gets to see that card, right? And so there's a little bit of strategy involved, there's a little bit of luck involved, and there's a little bit of can I actually fucking remember where the cards are when I've been drinking a shit ton of booze.
What do you need?
Kid
Sorry.
Mike, you good?
I was visited. Yes,
Okay.
I'm fine now.
It's very close, but you have the edge at the end, and you match one more pair. And Lisa is a very gracious loser. She slaps you on the back and says, "That was well done." And now I am too drunk to do anything else except for go sit down. And so she goes and sits down. There's a lot less cheering for that event, as you might expect, but there
I
is.
cheer.
Yeah, that's good. There's some cheering. A lot of it's from Owen, who's screaming himself hoarse in the corner. All right, now it's time for the drink and riddle. Gelidus, you ready for the drink and riddle?
Yep.
Okay. You're gonna make them. This is one round at a time. So first your con check, and if you.
All right. I'm gonna
I
cast bless
start
on myself.
rubbing butter on his back.
So this is what, a Constitution check?
Yes, do your Constitution check. A 9. Oh, you're gonna subtract 1 from your wisdom.
Hold on, I get a D4 with that.
Oh, never mind. Your wisdom roll is fine.
11. I'm gonna cast bless on myself again.
How many times can
All
you
right.
cast bless?
It equal. I can cast with every spell slot I've got. So
Okay.
12 plus 14.
All right. You win the first round. The first riddle is a fairly simple one, which you managed to solve quickly. Or you move on. Basically, you keep going until there's only one person left. All right, let's see your next. That was 1 beer, and now you're on
Okay.
beer number 2.
Yep. I'm gonna cast bless on myself again.
Okay, very good.
All right, Constitution. Oh, Jesus Christ.
A 7. You're gonna get a -2.
Plus D4. No. Plus
Okay,
4.
you're gonna get nothing. Okay, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna cast bless on myself again. Oh, I'm starting to run out of spell slots here. Jesus Christ, my rolling is terrible.
A 10.
Plus 4, 14.
Oh my God! You make it past the next round too. Okay, so the next riddle is like, why did the chicken cross the road? And you're like, fuck, I know this one. And like right before the time ends, you're like, oh, I got it. You write it down on the paper and you hand it in. They're like, okay, you're on. Okay, riddle number 3. Does anyone in the audience
Can I
have a
cast
good
bless
riddle?
again? Oh, I can. I'm gonna cast it again.
Let's give him a good stupid
All
riddle.
right, Constitution.
This is drink number 3.
Totally a 20. Plus D4. 11.
Okay, you're good.
All right, cast bless again. Wisdom. Jeez, I can't roll over a 10. Plus D4.
Oh my
15.
God, he gets through it. Okay, the next one is I speak without a mouth and I hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I? And the answer is an echo. And you get it just in time and write it down. Again, skin of your teeth. There's only 3 of you left now. Any round could be the last. It
Okay.
is. Hold on. I just lost the page. Here it is. It is you. It's actually Dorna, and it's Cariel, one of the twins, right? The female version of the twins that I introduced you to. Who are the captains? So it's the 3 of you left. Gelidus and the ladies. All right, let's see your roll.
All right. I'm gonna cast another bless. I'm gonna be out of spell slots here, guys. All right. Constitution.
Good.
Oh, I don't need to use it there. 19.
Okay, you're gonna get a +2 to your wisdom roll.
All right. So it'd be a 15 plus a d4. 16.
+2, or did you already add the 2?
I added the 2.
Okay. 14,
16.
16. Okay. It comes down to just you and Dorna for the last riddle.
All right. Throw another bless on myself. We drink. I have to drink again before I answer this riddle.
That's correct.
All right. Constitution. Here we go.
You're
Plus a d4.
you're thoroughly drunk, but you've managed to hold it in. You get a +1 to your wisdom roll.
All right. I'm gonna throw another bless on myself. All right. And the wisdom roll. Oh,
A
that was bad.
7. A 7. The
Plus
last
d4.
the last riddle, you can't beat her
10.
now. The last
Damn it.
riddle stumps you, and Dorna pulls it off. But she, the answer was like dwarven beards or something. It was almost like cheating. But she comes over to shake your hand afterwards, and as she like shakes your hand, she like misses because she's so drunk, and she like kind of finger stabs you in the gut. She's like, oh, sorry. And she's like, I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah. I am too.
All right, last person I believe is the singing. Owen, who by the way has been just drinking and cheering this entire time.
Exactly, that's true.
The lone human, right? Or wait, is Jenna human or is Jenna? Yeah. So there's just there's the 2 of you kind of stand a little bit, right? And Owen has been drinking the entire time, and finally, for the end of the rituals, it is 11 p.m. at night. Everyone is hammered. There is like chaos. The music has stopped. You can't tell who's still standing and who's like kind of leaning. There are people laying like on the chairs. There are people like sleeping on the floor. And then finally, they ask people to stand up and sing a song.
Do we think drunk Owen sings better?
Drunk Owen is going to sing The Widow, which is a bawdy song about an old woman who summons the devil to fuck her all night.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a hit as long as you can pull off your performance roll.
I just
And
know I love my song.
I give you a bless. You get my last spell slot.
Okay, so does that give me what? +1
An extra
d4?
extra d4. Yep.
Oh, it's pretty good. It's already pretty good. What are you gonna roll for this one? It's a 17.
17.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh yeah. Okay. I wish we had a live action version of this song, but Owen stands up. He raises his arms, and his voice emerges, and it's strangely clear. There's some slurring, but it somehow works with the tune. Someone picks up a lute and picks a few notes in the background, and someone else bangs softly on a drum to help keep the oh, here's the lyrics. Okay, right in
It's not
Discord.
when I'm banging softly
Wow.
on the drum.
Look at that. So boldly ran the widow, and the door did open wide. And as she did, a tall and handsome stranger stepped inside. Okay, well,
It's long. You don't have to do the whole thing.
I'm not gonna read that out loud. There might be children watching.
Jeebus.
Uh, uh, when you get done, some people have like joined in on the choruses, and
When
it
he
is
gets to the 9th verse, I go, "This is my favorite part."
wait for the refrain. Wait for the
Wait for
refrain.
it. This is a good. It gets really good.
All right. This is a good place to take a quick break, everybody. So go fill up your drinks and come back, and I am going to do a quick check to see how many people are watching and if we're going to do a raffle for something here. Everybody else, take a quick break, fill up your drinks, get what you need to, and I'll give you the results.
I have to know, Kyle, what's your dog's name?
Oh, this is Keizo. You can call him.
Keizo!
You can call him Bean.
Hey, Bean. How you doing? Oh, you're a good boy, aren't you?
He's like, "What is happening?"
Hey,
right now
buddy.
with
You're a
this
sweet boy.
Here's a Bean.
You're a sweet boy. Oh.
Yeah, he's a big dummy. He's a little tired.
Oh.
He likes to go up Camel's Hump with me and Bill sometimes. He's a good dude. But now I have to get up. Bean, I gotta pee. I gotta go. Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean. I'm getting up. I'm getting up. I'm getting up. I'm getting up.
All right, we got Ryan, Nick, George,
Yeah.
Aaron,
I'm getting up.
Connor,
I'm getting up.
Taryn,
I'm getting up.
Will, 7,
I'm getting up.
8, Ashton, 9, Cam.
There you go.
Are we one short? Do we have 9 people watching? We get one more. Quick, tell your
Where's
friends.
Duncan count?
I'll run downstairs
There
and
it
get
is.
Cass to sign on and watch your Twitch.
Tenzin. All right. We have it. We have it. I've assigned you numbers in that order. Ryan 1, Nick 2, George 3, Aaron 4, Connor 5, Taryn 6, Will 7, Ashton 8, Cam 9, Tenzin 10. And now I'm gonna roll a D10.
Can we use DAPS to force you to reroll that?
Why would you do that though?
In case I don't like, one of the people.
You don't even know them. All right, here we go. Here I go. The D10 roll. It's coming. Here's the roll. It's rolling around. It's rolling around. It's rolling around, and it stopped. Okay, we have a winner. For this starter set that you're going to get for free, supposing you can actually get it, because I'm going to give it to George, tonight's winner. Congratulations, George. You have a free starter set.
Do we get a picture of George?
Yeah, George. Congratulations. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, George, are you in the Discord? You should definitely celebrate in the Discord. You're welcome. You're welcome, George, and I'm just glad to be able to give it to people. I got it for free, and now it's yours. Well done. Way to, be there. I want to remind everyone also that at the end, you get to give out, at the end of the session, you get to give out Danger Awesome points as the people watching. I will let you vote as to which character had the most dangerous / awesome session, and whoever gets the most votes will get an extra Danger Awesome point, which they can use to re-roll rolls when they do bad things, like duff them.
Especially when they
Ezra's,
don't matter.
Ezra's also not going to be happy that we burned a bunch of daps.
That's true. He's
He
gonna be
literally
pissed.
said, "Don't do anything I wouldn't do" before he left, and he definitely would not have done that.
That's very true.
I think in the spirit of the game, though, like spending them on these things are more important than spending them on like combat.
This is also me telling the DM that you can't kill me, so I'm going to use my DAPs when it doesn't matter.
Oh man, when I do kill you, it's gonna be so satisfying.
Don't say that. I will
Good
sacrifice
luck.
myself to save Matt. I will.
See, I've
I
got
will-
extra. I've got like
I will
gap.
bodyguard the fuck out of him.
I've got like a hit point bag for people
You
to hit.
do. Me.
All right, I need just 1 second.
I will be right back.
Okay. The night winds down. I know we have 2 people AFK, but I'm just giving you flavor now. Everyone is basically either already passed out or finds a place to pass out. There's a giant hearth at the end in the back corner, and they build up a nice big, even though it's not really that cold, they build a big roaring fire up in here, and it gets nice and toasty. Like, remember that huge pile of blankets and rugs that was for the keg competition, keg tossing competition? They spread those out all over the floor, and they like people who are too drunk, they gingerly pick up and place them down on carpets and cover them with blankets and such. And there's no beds, there's no cots, there's no like fancy things. There's just people, and they move the tables to the side and the chairs, and they make it work. They make these little like spaces and these little nests, and all of the cousins have a spot on the floor, and all of them look pretty comfortable. People pull out their backpacks to use as pillows. They put all the kegs away. They roll up all the things. They clean things up. There's not many broken glasses, but there's a few things here and there. There's some like weird butter stains on the floor they have to clean up, which is a little strange. But they also bring out pitchers of water and sort of set them around on the bar. And, you know, the back door that goes out to the privies is like cracked open and some fresh air is let in. And there's some candles lit, and then all the lanterns are extinguished. And you are offered a place to sleep on the office floor of Dorna's office if you would like to, or you can go find a room at an inn somewhere.
I'm gonna sleep next to the cousins.
We can just stay here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll sleep on the floor.
I feel safe.
Okay, mark off your long rest, everyone. And Zerwin, you're muted.
So thank God, because we used about 15 spell slots.
I used every spell slot I had. I felt like Oprah. You have a bless. And you have a bless.
You're awoken just before dawn by the sound of nails hitting tin. As the candles, right, burn down to a certain spot, then the nails fall out of the wax and they hit these like loud tin pans, and they make a loud noise to wake you up just before dawn. And everyone starts sort of grumbling and stretching. There's already the smell of bacon on the air, though,
Oh,
and eggs, and there's a lot of bread and water being
does
passed
anyone
around.
remember last night?
Yeah,
Did I sing in front of everyone?
No,
You
that's a
did.
dream.
Okay, I thought that maybe I sang an inappropriate song in front of
Oh, you were
everyone.
super laid back whole time.
Was I cool? Was I cool?
So cool. Whole time.
Okay. And I think someone threw a large barrel, and someone
There was
buttered
other guys.
themselves before fighting.
Those other guys.
It
We
was
were just hanging out in the corner. We were watching. It was super weird.
we were super cool though, right?
The dwarves are crazy.
I know. Oh, I don't remember much, but yeah. I'm
The,
glad that we were cool and didn't at all make fools of ourselves.
We were so chill whole time. Like I was actually really proud of us.
I have a splitting headache.
Yeah, you got hit in the head with one of those barrels.
I did. Who threw that at me?
One of those dwarves. It wasn't
I
at
mean,
you.
I
It was
forgive
at-
them, of course, but it would be nice to know who's throwing barrels at people.
It was some guy. Don't worry about it.
Fuck
You
that
guys-
guy.
Furbeck comes up to you, Owen, and puts an arm around your shoulder and says, "I didn't even sing after you did. It was such a perfect end to the night. Well done."
I look very worried.
Oh right. Aside from that time when you did sing, I remember that now. You did sing.
Well, at least it was okay.
It was so good.
It was very
So
good.
good.
It wasn't too dirty a song, was it? I only know dirty songs.
It was the one about the widow and the devil.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
The Kool-Aid Man bursts through the wall.
I would cook copious amounts of bacon now, please.
Actually, they're not serving anything. They're just handing out these they're only serving water and bread, but they're handing out these kind of bacon eggs on a bread thing as people walk out the door. And they're
And
sort of
we-
waiting for you
I
to
get
lead them.
3.
We gotta get going.
Yeah, they're sort of
we
looking
get
to you.
the cemetery.
I think Owen is very embarrassed. Like the entire trip, he's just like, "Oh my god, what kind of an asshole did I make of myself?"
Yeah, the cousins seem to look at all of you differently. Right before there was okay, we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna do this for Steelbeard and for Dorna, and this is part of our family. But now they look at you like you're one of them. You don't get any special attention anymore. You're just sort of like, okay, you're in. What are we doing? There's no more stares. There's no more, extra attention. You won a bunch of events last night. You do wake up to see that the spicy oranges has been carved into the mantle above the bar. You're not sure who did that exactly. But the spicy oranges is carved in, and it's looks like it's celebratory. So
I checked my longsword for wood shavings.
wasn't you. At least you don't think it was you. The cousins, by the way, while you're waiting, Render, he's the sort of commander of the rank and file. He's the dark-haired, dark-eyed one that's also very tall. He doffs his hat, and you can see that he has 2 horns that he's filed down to nothing on top of his head, even though he looks like a dwarf. He says, there are about 157 cousins, but we're only going to bring up 81. Some of them are old and retired. Some of them are young and too young to fight. And then we need to leave a few behind to take care of things here while we're gone. But All of us are proud to be doing what we're doing. And we're proud to have the spicy oranges with us, he says with a little twinkle in his eye.
Well, we're happy to get any help you guys can offer. So thank you.
Yes, you have our utmost thanks.
All right. So you guys going to lead them?
Well, but all 81. I thought all 81 were not going with us.
81 is how many are going.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
yeah.
like 100 and something.
Right, but the 81, will they all go into the graveyard?
They
These
will.
81. These 81 will. The 500 won't.
Correct.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
I
You
was
got to get
confused
81 people into the graveyard in the space of 10 minutes without being seen. So you got to do it. You got to be on your toes here. You got to do it quickly. It's totally possible. 81 people filing into a room in 10 minutes, totally possible. But you got to get it done.
Do it.
Do it.
Do we need to make a roll to do it, or just?
Why don't we just break them out into groups and have each one of them follow us, and then we'll all go different ways.
Yeah.
Well, it's still
I don't-
pre-dawn, right?
Yeah, we just need to time it so that the
So we're having
The
like
guard
81
group, yeah.
people lightly ducked down behind 81 gravestones, kind of thing, and then like.
So
well, no,
the
the barrier are the guards, right?
No,
There's
they
not really.
run. Just run.
Follow Dirk.
They can't stop you. They can't stop you. You're running fast. You get through a
Yeah,
portal.
there's like 2 of them. What are they gonna do?
we
Bring
have
into
to
a
come
rescue?
back here to live afterwards.
After they have defeated a dragon, they'll be
Yeah,
fine.
no, guys, we have time. We just need to go.
We just have to get by the guards, right?
Yeah, we need to be there
Well,
there's a 10-minute guard shift.
I got this.
Yeah, we can do this.
I got spells.
We're all gonna follow Zelotus.
We've got that cool hut that people can't see.
The Hut of Shame.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's not going to work. But a
Yeah,
sleep spell will work.
It's a spell. Okay. So,
It's Liam's tiny hut.
yeah.
You guys watching this?
You are going to usher all of the dwarves into the graveyard and through the portal. I do need someone to make
Of course.
the sort of like. So if you just usher up 81 dwarves and like hang out by the gate and wait for the guards to leave, they're gonna be suspicious, right? So they're gonna be like, what's going on here? So you need to have like some sort of system by which you can sort of signal people, right?
Can I just put them to sleep?
The guards.
I'm going to cast a sleep spell on them using a level 4 spell slot.
That makes it super easy.
Yep.
You stroll in.
I catch them and let them like slowly to the ground.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Within a few minutes, Starlbrand arrives. His eyes get a little wide when he sees all of the dwarves in here, but he's like, okay. And he starts sending you through one at a time. Within less than half an hour, you're all in wonder. The very first thing you notice when you come into the town proper is that because it's now like in the beginning of the day, there is like a big bustle down by the lake. You're not exactly sure what it is, but there's some sort of like commotion going on down by the lake.
I think we
should
go check
down
it
there.
out.
We should go down there right now.
I follow Dirk's lead.
What the hell's going on down there?
All right.
No, but we should go down there.
Yeah, we walk.
Hold on, sorry.
On the walk up from the bar to the graveyard, Jana makes a point of going up to Owen and just like patting him on the back and being like,
What?
"You're okay. Okay.
Are you sure? I look deeply
You're,
embarrassed. It
you're okay.
wasn't too bad.
Okay. You're fine."
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, sorry about that delay. I had to find this real quick. Okay, so you see that there is a bucket brigade. Only they're filling up like some sort of like wagon full of water from the lake. And it's like 50 people bucket brigading this wagon full of water.
I immediately run down and help.
Okay.
I run
I
up.
immediately ask why they're doing this.
Well, do we recognize anybody down there?
Yeah, Follis is overseeing it.
So we go up to Follis and ask him what's going on.
Go ask.
Oh, you're back. Oh, this is you got to see this. Yeah, come with me. He brings you over to one of the guard towers that's on one of the gates, right? And you walk up the tower and then out onto the wall proper. Now, keep in mind, these are wooden palisade walls, right? So there isn't like a big, huge stone parapet, right? It's just wood, right? That's been like hammered out as a walkway behind the tops of the palisades. As you step out, you see that there are these troughs of water that have been filled along the line. And then Follis says, so I got to thinking, right? Some of the elven wizards and sorcerers that were sent to us are frost mages. And we're going to be fighting a dragon that breathes fire and possibly draconians that breathe fire in a city made of wood, surrounded by walls made of wood, which is bad. So I thought about how we could fight up that. And this is what I came up with. So you pour the water over the edge, right? And then and he like takes one of the troughs and he upends it and water pours down the edge, and then one of the elven frost mages freezes it and it forms a solid sheet of ice. He's like, now the problem is that it's summer, right? And so everything is melting, even though it's late summer here. And the ice is only lasting a couple hours. But that's where your friend Kiggy comes in. Kiggy! Where'd she go? You actually don't see Kiki anywhere, but he's like, well, I can't find her right now. But listen, I don't know how she does it, but Kiki can make it last. Like, the ice doesn't go away. One of them casts the frost spell, and the ice stays on the wall.
What is that noise?
Oh, that's someone coughing behind you. Oh, I think that's probably Jeff.
Sorry.
Oh,
We've all
it's all
been
right.
sick.
No, it's fine.
We should talk to Kiki, but that sounds like a decent move.
You see now that you're up on top of the palisade that about a third of the wall is permanently covered in ice from top to bottom. And it's not melting in the summer sun.
So, but like Kiki did that.
Well, Kiki's the thing that's I don't know what Kiki's magic is exactly, but she can just make another spell not go away.
She can make another spell not go away, like the spell of melting.
No, you're not real magical, are you? Okay, so the spell is the stuff that's freezing the ice.
Yeah.
And when that spell stops, the ice melts because it's summer out.
Oh, so it can like sustain the original spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds smart.
Yeah. So that's what we've been doing. The problem is that, we don't have any efficient way to haul the water. So, we're hauling it in wagons, buckets to wagons, and the wagons up to troughs, and then we're slowly dumping them over.
What if you had like 500 dwarves?
I mean, we've got hundreds of people working in shifts already. It's really not a number of hands. It's like we only have so many buckets, we only have so many troughs, we only have so many wagons. But
Does anybody have like a tunnel spell or something? Like a pipe spell? You guys have got any pipe spells?
I'm so curious as to what you think a pipe spell is. I like it though.
It's like a pipe dream, but well,
I mean, I guess
Steam Deck.
we cast Mold Earth over and over and over again, and eventually get there. It would take a long time.
Wow, that's it.
All right. That's the news here. The cousins, right? They are settling in. They have met the elves, and it seems to be going okay. Dorna has asked to have residence at the sort of castle, as it were.
Yeah, right.
Um, uh, Fullest says there's also news from the south. Apparently, some of the there's been some commotion in the Free People City. We're not exactly sure what it is, but there's like some sort of. They seem to be gathering forces.
The Free People?
Yeah, the Free Peoples, the nomadic tribes call themselves the Free Peoples.
Probably go visit them. Got any I don't know, ogre things? Got any ogre henge down there?
You already talked to Starlbrand about this earlier this session, and he said he could take you there, but
Yeah.
it's just after dawn. You did tell the dwarves that you would meet them at the ruins, right? This evening. So you're gonna have to figure out how you want to do this.
We should probably split the party.
Well, first, so have we? Does Folus like see the dwarves that came with us, or is he too busy doing this thing?
Oh no, he noticed.
So we probably ought to get them settled, and then figure out, how we want to get down to the south.
All right. It's only 10:50, but you guys look cooked. So there's a lot. You guys look beat. There's a lot more to do, but if you want if you want to just wrap it up now, we can do that. You do need to get the cousins settled. You need to figure out if you're going to go get the dwarves, if you're going to go to the south, or is any other things that you want to do in Wonder while you're here. Right? You've been stopping into Wonder, then leaving again, but you told the dwarves that Starlbrand this evening would be at the northern ruins. Right? Now, Starlbrand can come and go as he pleases, but you've also got to figure out how you want to start doing this defense, and if you want to go see the Free Peoples in the south, you should probably get that done sooner rather than too much later.
I don't think we should do that kind of stuff without Ezra.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right.
Well, I mean, we could just say, like, we try to situate everyone as best as possible before taking off again. And we go talk to the leadership of Wonder just to be like, this is our current plan still.
Okay.
Like, can we tell them to make accommodations for additional forces based on what we project we might be able to acquire?
Yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be a process of requisitioning empty homes that people left behind when they took their children and they fled the mountains.
Okay, I mean, is is that a tough situation? Like, do we need to do anything legally to acquire homes, or is it like first come first serve?
Well, I mean, the
Like,
people aren't here, and the Wonder is currently ruled by a weird dwarf who wears a funny hat, as the Lord Protector of Wonder. But you know, it might not be a terrible idea to think about the after effects of if Wonder survives, what will happen to all these things.
well, I think we'll set aside some money if we can to, like cover costs at least if there's damage to homes and whatnot. I have 165 gold I can dump into that.
You did just win 15 gold in a wrestling match.
I did.
Isn't it be like millions of gold of damage if Wonder?
Listen, it's 165 less. Bye.
All right, yeah. No, I didn't really ever, but yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's millions of gold in damage that we're about to deal with.
Yeah, I mean the ice alone has probably done more than 165.
But I mean, maybe douche sock Mick Dragon has a horde we can fucking take.
Okay. First off, my last name is not Mick Dragon.
Not you. I'm talking about
sorry.
the bad guy.
Sorry.
Rhymeroth Mick douche sock. We take his horde and we use it to, save some orphans or something.
I love saving
Agreed.
orphans with horns.
Remember, we have to get the dragon scales and bring them back to, what's his name?
Of course, I
Oh,
remember.
yeah.
I definitely remembered that.
The elven douche.
Did we forget to ask Dorna
nice
about the
Lord.
dragon, where the dragon is?
Mm-hmm.
Is she in Wonder?
Mm-hmm.
What, Hethurth? We asked like 3 times.
No.
Not after we dispelled any magic, like cast the magic dispel.
Well, so Ezra's notes say something about the Great Protector. So we need to ask Dorna about the Great Protector. Did Ezra just magically appear?
He looks like he did.
To judge us on our diligence.
Could somebody ask Dorna about the Great Protector, please?
We were just
This
talking
is
about
great,
that.
guys. I'm
Great Protector, Great Protector.
80 miles an hour. I'm in a car with my parents, and I'm talking about dragons.
We did dispel magic, but we didn't ask about the Great Protector.
So the question is, are you on speakerphone or not?
No.
Like,
You should
what
be.
ridiculous shit can we get you to say in this car?
Look, Zerwin buttered up his back and it worked. Okay?
It's true. Butter is the ultimate grappling magic item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
There was no
Not the
margin
first
for
time.
error. I'll throw myself out.
Nobody has
Okay,
dispelled butter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just got to deal with it in the
No
material
one could counter
world.
magic that dairy.
To be fair, the grease spell would have worked just as well.
It's true. Grease is amazing.
The grease spell?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it makes everyone fall down.
Yeah, puts grease on the floor, butters the floor.
Why
Less
don't-
subtle than butter itself.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
There's a very subtle buttering that he did by rolling on the ground on a butter plate.
That'll have to be this subtle spell that someone comes up with. Subtle
How-
butter.
How did Zerwin get butter all over himself?
He literally rolled on the ground
I
Like a corn on a cob.
yeah.
like a corn on the cob.
How did you
Then he
miss
got
that
up
part?
And I helped.
I missed it.
Okay, Ezra asked you to do something. Is anyone going to do it?
Yes, we do it. What was it, Ezra?
Is
What are we
she
doing?
around?
Or
We'll
the
ask her
Great
if she's
Protector.
around.
We go over to Dorna and ask her if she knows where Ithurth or the Great Protector is.
Do I know where the Great Protector is? I do not. The Great Protector left, I don't know, something like 50 years ago or something, right? She was an ancient brass dragon that protected these lands, but hasn't been seen in quite a while.
You have no indication of where she may have gone.
My suspicion is that the Great Protector is dead. And she was ancient. Dragons do die eventually.
You happy, Ezra? He's not happy.
He's not happy. He's
Definitely
trying to
not
find a
fucking
way
happy.
of talking about this in front of his parents. Duncan, talk about dragons in front of your parents.
All right, who
Do
else?
it, Duncan.
All right, all
Don't
of you
say
watching
dragons,
in the crowd.
Say the Great Protector.
Yeah, say the Great Protector in front of your parents. It's way less
So-
nerdy.
So she said the Great Protector was dead, or was
Think.
He
ancient.
assumes that the Great Protector is dead.
The Great Protector's dead.
No,
We haven't
she's
Great
asked
Protector.
about. We haven't asked about Hester.
Hethard. You
Hethard.
did ask about Hethard.
Hithrith.
Is it Hethard?
Oh my god. She didn't say the Great Protector is dead. She said she didn't know. She said, I don't know. I assume dead. Eventually dragons
That's what
die.
I said. She said she assumes that she's dead.
And it's Hitherth.
That's what I said as well.
Yes, Dirk, you said the right things.
I said the right things all of the time.
Hold on. Is Hithirth the same thing as the Great Protector? Those are two different entities, right?
Duncan,
No,
you're breaking up.
Hither's her daughter. No, Hither's not her daughter.
The Nodder daughter.
We can't. Ezra, you're better off texting me what you want them to do because they can't hear you right now. But
Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
Bark.
oh shit, he's in Milwaukee. Somebody send
He's
help.
in Milwaukee.
Hitherth is the silver dragon, right?
Yeah.
That went to look for the Great Protector, which was an ancient brass dragon.
So Hethirth went Hitherth, and we have to find her Hitherth.
Yes.
Yeah, Hithrith
And
is
bring
a
her
much larger
her
dragon.
back Earth. Sorry,
Okay.
Bill. I'm a little drunk in game and out of game.
No,
Orna-
perfect.
Orna, do you know where Hithirth is? Or do you know where Hithirth may be?
You guys asked me that.
Historically,
I told you she came to the city, right? She came to Thorbarden to study. But I don't know where she is now.
What was she studying?
The Great Protector.
And you've never met the Great Protector.
I've not.
Gelidus.
Are there
Me?
books of the Great Protector in Thorbarden?
There are records of her doings. Yeah, her exploits. I don't know what you'd call them. Her protectings.
Actions.
Sure.
Okay. So I guess probably what's going to need to happen is I'm going to need to go through Barden and find out what is in there as far as the Great Protector is concerned.
I don't know that you're gonna find a ton. It's
Did
just
Hitherth say anything as far as what she found or what they found?
Hitherth was of the opinion that the Great Protector left this plane of existence to go to some other plane of existence. I don't really know what that means.
Can we get a message to I can't think of her name right now. What the fuck's her name in
Speaker Shola?
The
Yes.
speaker.
the speaker?
Radiant Citadel.
Yes.
You can. It'll be picked up, today. What is it that you want to send?
Do you know who the Great Protector is from Kryn? It's an ancient brass dragon. If so, send her our way.
Shh.
Okay. Yeah, you can send that message. Everyone watching, cast your vote for who gets the Danger Awesome point according to you this evening. All right. So, is there anything else you want to ask Dorna? Did Ezra send you a message?
Yes, I'm answering him right now.
Okay.
Should we call it there, or
That's fine. You got some stuffs done. I hope you had fun tonight. That was a lot
oh
of
my
fun for
god,
me.
it was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
Great fun.
Okay, so we are looking at the 25th as our next game. I have a new channel in this Discord called Scheduling. If there's any other night you'd like to play or any other nights that you can't play, priority is put in nights that you cannot make it. I know some people have asked to do a different day of the week once. I know that's also challenging for people who have normal jobs. So I'm happy to do whatever works for people. Right now, we're looking at the 25th, unless there are other things. The other thing is Danger Awesome points. Please give them out to each other, since you did spend, I believe, 15 this evening. You're going to want to spread the joy.
Way to tell Ezra. Jeez.
Yeah, way to go. We weren't going to tell Ezra that.
Ezra, we did it for really important stuff.
What did you spend?
To get 15 gold.
Literally, these assholes. I was the voice of reason. I
Yeah,
tried. I was like,
It's
"You
true. He did
fucking
try.
guys are using Danger Awesome points on a wrestling bet," and they were like,
I'm going to give my Danger Awesome point to Dirk because he's obviously the only one responsible enough to carry them at the moment.
To be fair,
To be
we were making sure that the spicy orange legacy lived on in Kryn.
That is true.
That's true.
"That's
And it even
That's-
worked.
It worked.
What are we doing?
I'm giving mine to Jenna
It's carved into the
Why?
wood in Thorbarden.
because you rolled really. You kicked ass during your challenge, so
Yes, you did.
Both challenges, actually.
yeah.
Thank you. I'm giving mine to Owen because it was amazing. I loved every bit of it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give mine to Owen as well to replenish his Danger Awesome points that he spent, and the song, and because he's irresponsible in spending them.
I'm very irresponsible. I will always be irresponsible.
Last chance for whoever's watching to vote on who wins the crowd Danger Awesome point. Type it in chat now. Dirk, who are you giving yours to?
I'm giving mine to Zerwin for the butter idea, and
Definitely for butter.
because the rest of these guys are fucking assholes,
Yes.
especially Jana. Yeah, you know what you did.
Uh,
I haven't
Gale-
stabbed you
She
yet.
succeeded, and she hasn't killed us in her sleep. You know?
I don't know what else you were hoping for.
I was hoping that you would back me up when these assholes were using literal, actual gameplay currency to
Sorry.
try to get fake gameplay currency.
Galadis, you get a Danger Awesome point from Ezra, who was listening in.
Thanks, Ezra. I only did like a couple of things that were on your list, unfortunately.
A couple is more than zero.
That's true.
All right, well, only one person voiced an opinion as to who should get the crowd's Danger Awesome point. So, Zerwin, you need to thank B2006 Ryan for an extra Danger Awesome point this evening.
Well, thank you, Ryan.
It's B2006 Ryan.
Sorry, thank you, B2006.
That could be important. I don't know. I want to know where the other 2005 Ryans are. I think probably he ate them. Just saying.
One can hope.
All right.
By the way, guys, we still have +5 in night market renown. So when we get back to the night market.
You only have +5. I have +7.
Oh, that's
I
true.
don't know what you guys are talking about.
All right,
I
y'all.
think my character was an NPC when that was all determined.
I hope you
I think your
enjoyed
character
this
was, and I
evening.
think your character rolled ones for the first like 6 sessions. So
I'm gonna
I
end
gotta
the
be
Oh,
honest.
stream.
You are an
wouldn't-
orange, but you're not yet a spicy orange.
Okay, so
I
I
don't know,
sang a song about banging the devil.
maybe
Can I be
after
a little? Can I be
maybe
a
after
pecan
tonight.
orange at this point?
I think after tonight,
Ooh,
you'll
I
have to
got
get our name carved into the bar. So
That's
you're probably
true.
one now.
That's right. You
That's
know
right.
what? That does count.
I can delete my note of Owen is just following me around because you're no